Elaborating notes. Question 1. Some parts of our state were badly hit by the recent cyclone. The students residing in those places have been requesting for reduction in school fees, exemption from payment of examination fees, and free supply of textbooks and notebooks. Finding no response from the authorities, they went on a strike, during which period there was damage to public property. Write a letter from an innocent student who wants to pursue his studies to the government, enumerating the difficulties of the students and requesting the government to grant the above concessions. Letter number 2. In your view, the functioning of the municipality has not been as effective as it should have been. The drainage system has not been properly maintained, leaving manholes uncovered, resulting in loss of life. No proper lighting in the streets, making it difficult for the residents to move about in the nights and creating unhygienic conditions by not keeping the city clean. In spite of several complaints, no action has been taken. Write a letter to the editor of a newspaper bringing all these facts to his notice and requesting him to publish your letter in his daily. A large electrical construction company needs candidates with engineering qualifications with 5 to 10 years of relevant experience in a reputed firm. Offers good facilities like housing, bonus, leave, travel concessions, etc., and a monthly salary of 1,500 rupees. Write an application. After the television has been introduced in Hyderabad city, you feel that the All India radio authorities have not been giving importance to the programs. Previously, they were relying interesting programs like dramas, music concerts. In your view, all the residents of the Twin Cities may not be able to watch television programs but like to hear at least some on radio. Even the rural people have been deprived of good radio programs. Write a letter to station director All India Radio with a copy to Union Minister Information and Broadcasting requesting to broadcast good programs. Road Transport Corporation proposed bus service to all villages. Your place is in an interior part of the district. There are no transport facilities to your village. Write a letter to the general manager requesting him to extend this scheme to your village also, saying that the people have to go by walk long distance to purchase the essential articles or for medical aid. The electricity board launched a scheme of one bulb for every home, even though it has announced this scheme more than a year ago. They have not provided electricity to your village. Write a letter to the Minister for Power with copy to Chairman Electricity Board bringing to his notice the above policy of the government, enumerating the difficulties of the residents of your village and requesting connecting it with power supply for both domestic use and also for agricultural operations. Condense the following. Speaking at the 24th annual session of the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, New Delhi, Prime Minister of India said, "You, sir, Mr. President, have referred to a multitude of problems in your address. You have commended some activities of the government, criticized others, and offered advice so that we may function better than we have so far done. We welcome your advice and the advice of others given with good intentions and with a view to improving conditions in the country. Anything that you suggest or your organization suggests will undoubtedly receive our most earnest attention. I am sure that you do not expect me to deal with the various matters you have discussed. Perhaps it would be more suitable to the occasion if I spoke to you about certain matters of basic importance, for we have to be clear in our minds about our basic social objectives. You will permit me to say something which I probably ought not to, and that is to confess that during the last few years we have not been very clear as to the direction in which we are going. In the immediate present, we might realize the importance of particular step in the broader aspects of policy. Nevertheless, there is an enormous gulf between the immediate present and the future, about which, in these changing circumstances, there is a great deal of difference of opinion in the country among those who have given thought to it. The fact is that vast new social forces are at work all over the world as a result of various developments, but mainly because of tremendous technological and political changes. In India and in Asia, large numbers of people have become politically conscious and refuse to submit as they did in the past. Tremendous social conflicts are taking place and they sometimes lead the international conflicts. The great nations of the world are following economic policies that differ widely from one another. We may have a certain theoretical approach to problems, but that does little good unless it is related to the practical aspects of reality.